I don't understand why the U.S. government forced Israel into a policy of appeasement to give Palestinians, really Hamas, Gaza. We never should have allowed that to happen. When I say we, I mean the United States should have told Israel, we back you unconditionally. Do not allow the Hamas terrorists to gain any ground in Gaza. We did, and now we're seeing the end result.
Well, and this is the perfect example of anyone who sits there and says that our moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, and thereby really in the truest sense recognizing Jerusalem as the undivided capital of Israel, anyone who says that that is going to be a barrier to peace needs to look at what happened in Gaza. In 2005, Ariel Sharon unilaterally withdrew from Gaza. We uprooted Jewish communities. We left in place lots of infrastructure for the Palestinians, including thousands of greenhouses that they could have used for actual, I mean, there was thousands of jobs to come out of those greenhouses from all of the produce that they were going to help facilitate. In fact, about $14 million worth of those greenhouses were gifted by American Jewish donors. They were all left in place for the Palestinians when Israel unilaterally withdrew in 2005. And what ended up happening? Hamas, they sacked the greenhouses, they stole all the parts, they burned them down, they ransacked them, and they said, "Oh, look at us, we're so poor. Look at our people, we're languishing," and they're causing themselves to languish. The catastrophe of the Palestinians has consistently been brought upon themselves.
Right.
And again, this is what they call the creation or the modern day establishment of Israel in 1948, right? They call that the Nakba or the catastrophe. And that's what all of these riots are sort of predicated on. And what is so absolutely ridiculous and no one ever talks about is no sooner was the ink on Israel's lawful establishment dry that the major Arab armies waged an illegal war against Israel, including Palestine. You know, they didn't call them Palestinians back then. They were just called Arabs.
Right.
But they waged this war. And in anticipation of that war, there were about 600,000 Arabs who were living in, these different territories that kind of comprise modern day Israel. Arab leaders told them to leave. They said, leave, and as soon as we destroy Israel, it's going to take a day or two, then you can come back. This is how the quote-unquote refugee crisis actually came to be. But nobody ever mentions that actually the Jewish leaders, Israeli leaders, were urging those Arabs, now called Palestinians, to stay in their homes and to become citizens of Israel. They refused. They refused in 48, just like they've refused every time since.
This is all really important content. I want to bring it to you every day. So subscribe to our premium service at www.therebel.media/shows. Go to the App Store, download the Rebel app, and go to firescottisrael.com and sign our petition to have Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel removed from office. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.